Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access cards for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrott, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights.
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another week of Sector 2814, the Warrior Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of War it is.
Hey, Will. Hey, everyone.
And Master of his own domain it is.
This is Matt. How are you?
How are you? Good. I've always been a big Seinfeld fan, but I swear I'm seeing it more and more again now. I know Comedy Central's getting Seinfeld. And,
Really?
oh, yeah. I know the local Fox station here carries it like every night, but yeah, I guess Comedy Central's getting it now. I don't think Seinfeld's ever gone off the air since it, stopped its original run in, what was that, like 1998?
I think it was 99.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was like it was like the end of the last century. Yeah, and I don't think it's always been on the air somewhere in the world. Jerry Seinfeld's a very wealthy man right now.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was a concert that I wanted to go to the final night that it aired, and I was not able to go because it was 18 plus, and I was turning 18 like the week after, so I was pretty bummed. I was actually even more bummed from watching the finale because, I don't know. But I feel like I haven't revisited it since becoming a big time Larry David fan through Curb Your Enthusiasm. I might have more appreciation for it, but at the time, I don't know. Oh well, that's a Seinfeld minute.
I know. I thought Matt Kono's always like, "What's the deal with Boston pizza?"
I thought that were Boston pizza owners.
All right.
It will be mine one day, someday.
Oh yes, it will be mine.
I just got to go to Arizona
or
Arkansas. Yeah.
I told you one day when the world gets back to normal. One day when
the next time I go to Little Rock, I'm gonna have to go.
Well, yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll have to meet up one day, and Will can bring the Boston pizza.
We'll do a live podcast of Boston Pizza.
I thought that were Boston pizza owners.
Yeah, we'll have to ship some to Australia.
Oof. That might not be great by the time it gets there.
Put it on can you put it on don't they have a way to the?
You can mail food. I don't know about internationally.
Oh yeah. How long's dry ice hold?
Yeah, I don't know how great that would go.
All right, hey William, have you been watching or reading anything?
I actually reread Rebirth over the weekend.
To hold you over for the next year.
I'm sorry. Maybe. Am I going in and out? I'm wondering or is it because it seems like you and Matt I think it may just be my system.
It might be. Yeah, you might be lagging a little bit.
Okay. Let me. Is that any better? I can hold my. Now you're still cutting out.
Damn it.
Tell you what, I'll let you guys chat for a moment. Give me a second to try something real quick, and I will be right back. Okay.
All right.
Great. I have literally nothing to chat about since I've been so.
We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, did you you said you didn't read anything. I don't know if you picked it up yet. Guardians of the Galaxy 18 came out last week. And I guess it's like the
Oh
last
yeah, I did.
it's the last issue.
Yeah, that's how many times, and I assume that they'll probably come back with another number one. That's the third one, and so long, you know.
I would assume, but yeah, I think they said there's none solicited for the rest of the year. So yeah, so I mean, we're probably not getting another number one till sometime in 2022, probably.
Hey, you would think that even though the next movie is not coming out for a while, that they would probably want to keep that title going strong. But
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe not.
Can't hear you well. Go into your settings and can you see the settings in StreamYard? Check to make sure your mic's you picked the right mic. Matt says pick the mic.
Pick the mic.
Pick the mic. So yeah, I was surprised about that too. Like, I mean, they were doing that last Annihilation. I don't know if they like cut it short or I don't know if that was.
Yeah,
No.
I mean that's spanning across multiple books, right? So.
I mean, yeah, they had like a Black Panther tie-in, they had a Cable tie-in. I mean, I think most of it was in Guardians, but yeah, it just seems like they beat Dormammu pretty quick, and of course, Doom stole a fraction of Dormammu's power, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, even though we're not covered anymore, I'm like, I want my, somewhat monthly Quasar. Come on.
Yeah, and what will come of him if they're not using him in anything else, and the likelihood of him getting his own issue is probably low, or own book rather.
And it's like they never explained how those two got bonded and stuff, and just
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder if they're waiting until closer to that movie so they can. I don't know. The next Guardians of the Galaxy book, are we going to get Thor in it because Thor's in that movie?
Yeah.
They claim the movies don't affect the book, but I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like a fake news claim because the movies are the big money makers. The comics are basically being kept alive out of politeness at this point. I mean, since Marvel got bought up by Disney, they could easily it would get a big outcry of disdain, but
Yeah,
it might be they're not the breadwinner anymore.
and they generate new ideas, So
Yeah. Although I feel like I think we might have mentioned it before. I don't have no idea what episode, but one thing that irks me about like the new shows and stuff is that they don't give the comic character creators credit by name. It just says based on the Marvel comics, and or based on the comic books or something.
Sometimes, like, I know some of the movies. I don't know about some of the TV shows, but sometimes they'll like flash names at the end of the credits at the end, like really quick or something. But you really gotta like be watching for them. But yeah, they should.
Yeah. Especially I think it's less so with Disney Plus, but Netflix, they kind of like out the credits entirely and just start playing the next episode or playing if you're on the final episode, playing a preview of some other show they're trying to hook you with.
Oh yeah, like some of those stations. I guess it's a rule or the law or something that they have to show the credits, but I guess they don't say what speed or what size because some of those
It's
TV
subliminal. Yeah.
well, some of those channels they'll shrink the credits like half the screen and then like shoot them out like at like 2 or 3 times the regular speed, and it's like can't do that.
No.
But I guess that's it's like we have to show them, but they didn't say how quickly we could show them.
Yeah.
They could score more commercials.
Right.
All right. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, score. My wife saved the day.
Yay.
Borrowing her laptop. Mine apparently does not want to cooperate, so it is not to.
Do you have a built-in mic, or do you have a separate mic?
It's on the headset.
Oh, maybe the mic went.
Well, I'm using the same headset. So,
Oh, are you? Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Weird. My laptop just may need to be rebooted. It's probably been a little while.
Yeah, no, we were just talking about the last issue of Guardians of the Galaxy came out last week, and then we were talking about how the movies affect. Well, the comic creators claim the movies don't affect what they write, but
it
seemed like that.
Any Quasar in this last issue?
Yeah, he was like on the last page or two. I mean, they had him talking to Nova. I think was it Nova real quick, but I mean nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like again, I was telling Matt, I don't know if they plan to end it here, if they cut him short, just because it seemed like they wrap things up really quick. They beat Dormammu really quick. Again, Doom steals like a portion of Dormammu's powers, and then everyone's like saying goodbye at the end, and it's kind of like, oh boy, it's real quiet right now. Hey, we can relax.
Yeah, so no explanation of the new status quo.
No, that's what I said. That's the other horrible thing. Yeah, we have no idea why Quasar, why Wendell and Avril are bonded together, and I think the solicits are out for at least the rest of the year, and there's no Guardians of the Galaxy, so we're not getting any more Guardians of the Galaxy for at least 2022.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
So I think that's what me and Matt were even saying. It's like, are they waiting until closer to that movie? Next time we get up the Guardians of the Galaxy book, are we going to get Thor in it since he's in the next movie? Or
who knows? Yeah.
No. It doesn't affect it. Oh, did you see Will? I guess coming in I don't know how soon and sometime in the next couple of months they're doing a mini series, Avengers Forever.
I did see something about that, which I don't know how it'll compare to the, original Avengers Forever, which is awesome.
Well, again, they just like using like titles from like the 90s or like the early, because they did a Heroes Reborn a few months ago.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The 90s are alive and well in comics.
There's an X-Men storyline coming up, Inferno.
Oh, I've never heard of that one before. Hey, let's talk about our 90s Green Lantern now. No.
Yes!
What's old is new again.
All right.
That
boys
is right.
Boys ready to jump into these?
You bet.
I'm fully armored and ready.
All right. So, yes, we're talking the Emerald Fallout from got 4 Guy Gardners tonight. So, first one is Guy Gardner Warrior 18 from March 1994. Writer Chuck Dixon, penciler Mitch Bird, inker Dan Davis, colorist Stuart Chaffetz, letterer Albert Desmond, and editors Kevin Dooley and Eddie Berganza.
And Mitch Bird and Dan Davis produced some really nice art throughout this. All 4 issues. They did a really good job.
So this one, Emerald Fallout Part 1, Something Borrowed. Okay. Oh, great. Another long synopsis. Warrior asks Ted Cord to create a suit made out of exo armor for him while he's visiting ice in the Arctic Circle, but the reunion is short-lived as Militia arrives.
Melissa.
That was a highlight.
What kind of a bad guy named Melissa? No. All right. So thoughts on this one?
It seems like there was a lot of setup and a lot of house cleaning.
Well, yeah.
Setting things up.
And it seems like the first two maybe are just like kind of spinning wheels until we get to the second two.
Yeah. And honestly, I'd never read these before. I missed them when they came out at the time, so this was my first exposure to them.
Yeah, me neither.
Had you read them, Matt?
No, I had not read them.
So we're all three in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was a cold read.
A cold read.
Especially since they're in they're in the Arctic Circle, right? But
yes, we know your dad will.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta have those dad jokes. Got to have the dad jokes.
I'm just going through this now. I love the beginning. What's it? General Glory's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were a killer 2 issues, but
Yeah.
And that ring just like overloads. What are all these images of Hal going psycho? What is that?
That's just wishful thinking on his part, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if they explain him having visions later on, or that's just like a storytelling device.
I think it probably had something to do with the ring, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if it's just like Hal blowing up the central battery. It's just like, pumping all kinds of power into that ring or something. Which I thought he had to be in proximity to, but I don't,
well, the rules have changed, as they say, right?
Yeah. Now that there's less rings out there. Yeah.
Or unless Ganthet was flying overhead on his way to the West Coast.
Yeah. Could be.
Right.
Definitely could be.
But did anyone else think this woman with militia looked a little bit like Aricia?
A little bit, yeah. And then we get Aricia later, so.
But I just love Guy going to Ted Cord, be like, build, I need some powers. Make me some powers.
Yeah.
I want to be strong as 20 men, not 20 wimpy men.
That was another good line.
You built booster suit, build me one better. Eating because he ate his tofu sandwich.
Yeah, that was...
He liked it until he knew it was tofu.
That's a real thing. That has happened before.
How did you get through it, Matt Kona?
No. I mean, like I as a vegetarian have given people food, and they're like, "Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? Yeah, it's vegan." Ugh, gross. But you just said a second ago.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think I started trying to eat plant-based like 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm like, okay, I never liked tofu, and now I'm like, okay, if you prepare it right, yeah, it's good. I was wrong. You have my apologies.
Well, tofu is weird because it kind of takes on the flavor of what you cook it with, and still people have a hard time believing that.
See, kids, so just cook it with beef. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Kind of misses the point, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of Chinese food restaurants do like tofu and pork. You're like, all right.
Yeah, I can't say I've gone completely plant-based, but I have like cut down on my red meat and stuff.
I do miss bacon. I won't lie. I do miss bacon.
I was gonna say I could give up bacon real quick. I eat it, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. But see, like a burger,
actually the Impossible Burger from Burger King's pretty good, and then the Beyond Meat burgers that we get they're pretty good too. I mean, I do miss turkey burgers as well because I really like my turkey burgers, but and bacon was more turkey bacon but we didn't eat it a lot anyway. It's just kind of one of those things that I'm never gonna have that again. So okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of that. I think a lot of those restaurants that have burgers are doing like it's their version of the Impossible Burger. Like I forget how many months ago I had one. I had one at Red Robin. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, we found there's some plant-based chicken nuggets, plant-based imitation chicken nuggets, I guess, that are really good too. I think they're called nugs. We really like those.
Because my son has an allergy. I do know they have gluten-free chicken nuggets.
Cool.
Oh yeah, they're doing more and more with that now too. Yeah, gluten-free nuggets, gluten-free pizzas, certain bakeries.
I want all the gluten because bread is awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? You can get like bread that's gluten-free though too. I forget what they make it. It's like, is it like rice or something?
Yeah, they use something instead of the wheat. Well, and that's all for our vegetarian podcast this week. Come back next time
Come back for more tips. Will's just still in shock after last week.
Yes, I am. I said this probably while my technology was going haywire, but over the weekend I reread Green Lantern Rebirth and I was like, dang, that was really good. That was really, really good.
I know the Guy Gardner is probably not the best. Wait till we get to some Kyle Rayner,
Well, and I have to say, this was the first time I'd read these four, and we're going to get there in a minute, but I'm like, who the heck is this character at the end of these issues? It doesn't look like anybody we've ever seen before.
Who? Militia?
Certainly doesn't act like anybody. Parallax. I mean,
yeah.
Like, that was, he kind of reluctantly killed Kilowog, killed Sinestro, and now suddenly he's like, I'm just going to start slaughtering everybody. So just let's rock on. Let's rock.
Yeah.
Well, how
that escalated quickly.
Well, I think at a certain points like this one, I think Hal Jordan's in the trunk. You know who's behind the wheel right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love this guy armor. It's a stupid guy armor. There's buttons like on the outside of the glove. I'm like, couldn't you at least put the buttons on like the inside of the gloves, like on the tips of the fingers?
So he could. Yeah.
Seems like a sloppy design there, Ted Cord. Oh, and then Wonder Woman Kim's the sea guy. Oh, you could have my spare time anytime, princess. But yeah, guy has to take a ship to go see Aisa.
Yeah. Would have flight here under my own power, but darn it.
He's like, it feels weird. Yeah, I'm flying under my own power. Yeah, because like, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I read all this Justice League stuff, but yeah, Ice got like a power upgrade, I guess. A power upgrade in a more revealing costume.
Because she's from the cold, frozen north, of course.
In the 90s, man, if a guy got more pouches or a woman got a more revealing costume, yeah, your powers seem to get upgraded.
That's right.
As they're talking, yeah, as we say, Melissa shows up. All right. So, any other thoughts on this one, or should we get to 19?
No, I mean, it's just like it seems like a pattern with these 4-parters where they do a lot of pontificating for the first
one or two.
Yeah, the first part.
Any other thoughts, William?
I agree with the eminent Matt Kona on this one.
His eminence.
His eminence.
We speak your name.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, part 2 is in Guy Gardner Warrior number 19, April 1994. I was gonna say same team, but we got 2 pencilers this time, Mitch Bird and Brad Gorby. Who I am not familiar with Brad Gorby. Yeah, I clicked on his name. I'm looking at the list. It just says he works for DC Comics.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any previous work. All right. Yeah, another big synopsis. Emerald Fallout Part 2, The Big Frosty. Now I want to run the Wendy's. Warrior battles Melissa at the polar ice caps, which ends in a startling secret being revealed to Guy.
Not very startling if you've been slightly awake while you've been reading this, right?
So you're like, oh, that's what Chuck Dixon was doing in 11 through 14. Okay.
He was creating Melissa.
All right. Thoughts on this one?
Doesn't it end with Alan Scott coming to get him and saying, hey,
Hey,
bad stuff happening.
come get your boy, Hal Jordan. Yeah. After a big, this one, part 2 is really a big punch 'em up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and part 4, when we get to there.
Oh,
yeah.
The Kingdom of the Splash Pages. Yeah.
Double page splash pages.
Yeah, very Death of Superman-esque.
Talk about filling pages, man. Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
What's the plot? Oh, how just... Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Melissa was just ripping through Guy's armor, and then all of a sudden that ring like really comes back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And basically nukes him. Guy Gardner's back. Says the ring never felt this powerful. But yeah, that's when they take Melissa back. He's like, wait, I thought you were dead. Because it's his brother Mace. Who the hell names their kid Mace?
The parents of Mace Windu? I don't know.
Oh.
and Guy's parents, I guess. There you go. There's the crossover between Star Wars and the DC universe.
Mace and Guy. But you were paralyzed, and the quorum fixed all that. So they basically beam him power to his armor from satellites. That's why in issue 17 he went through a tunnel and lost his power.
Seems a goofy kind of limitation, but okay.
I know, especially for like this organization that seems to have all this high tech stuff. It's like, so basically his power source is almost like a AM/FM radio. Man, you go through a tunnel, man, you lose that signal.
Or it's like a cell phone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not a yellow lamp.
Do you have power now? Good.
Yeah. Can you shoot him now?
But yeah, like you said, Alan Scott comes and get him at the end. Oh my lord, that next issue box shootout at the Oa Corral,
which is a little bit deceptive because it'll
be massacre.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, you kind of feel for the characters because you know what they're going into and what they're going to find or what they're not going to find. And to see them all broken up over the skull of Kilowog, it's tough, you know.
All right, so
all
right, let's shoot.
Yeah. I love the is it the title of this one? It's Showdown at the Oa Corral. Is that the next one?
That's the third part, right?
I like that. Yeah.
All right. Here, let's throw that up because like I said, part 2 is just to punch him up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I mean, it's a strange. Oh, it's his brother, and then you kind of learn all the information. Yeah. Oh, he's paralyzed. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
But it's kind of weird because it's like we kind of have to interrupt your family reunion because
Got to fly to Oa.
Hal Jordan's going nuts. Yeah,
It's all connected.
I know. It's just again, like you guys are saying. It seems like they're just like cleaning stuff up, and it's like, okay, we got to get ready. Rings are going out all over the universe. All right, so yes, part 3, Guy Gardner Warrior number 20, May 1994. Same team. Yeah, shootout at the Oa Corral.
Now, go ahead. Do you have a synopsis for this one?
Yeah, just another quick one. Warrior and a group of heroes travel to Oa in an attempt to find out who is behind the destruction of Coast City and the disappearance of several Green Lanterns. I thought they knew who was behind Coast City.
They knew, yeah.
I'm thinking they'd be Oa, but
was it just me, or they make it seem like Hal, Parallax, Hal, whatever, killed multiple lanterns on his way to Oa? I mean, it seemed like they were kind of flat out saying that, several of them have died. Rings went dark. Wasn't there a guy falling to Earth in...
Yeah. What was that, the first Guy Gardner, the second one? Yeah. There was a guy's like, oh yeah, well, my ring like blinked out, and they were like, oh yeah, see Green Lantern 49 for that,
And then nothing. I mean, we got nothing else on.
I know. I don't know if that was just supposed to be something's going wrong with the Green Lanterns.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's like weird. That was weird.
Yeah, so I don't know if the original plan was just to have him massacre all the lanterns, because I mean, yeah, he cut off like Boudicca's hand and stuff, but unless they're just like, oh, he killed lanterns because he took all the power.
But then he mentions in Emerald Twilight that he left them enough power to, survive or get home or get somewhere, right?
Oh, you know what I was thinking about today? I was trying to remember, and I'm sure Matt Kona will want to know this. Did they ever say what happened to Gnord after Hal killed the battery? I can't remember. I know
think he shows up in Blackest Night.
Oh, really? So, I mean, he doesn't show up till then. I mean, that's like 2010.
Yeah. And I think he's dead at that point, but I think he's back alive in the latest Green Lantern series. Don't we see him in the latest?
I thought so.
I think so. He's all buff.
He's a buff dog.
Unless it's like another one of the species or something.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I wonder if his power went out, but he was on a planet or something.
He was probably just looking for his bone.
Oh. All right, I give you your opening.
He gives me his bone.
It's not funny, but it's so funny to me. Sorry.
Okay, I was just looking on Wikipedia real quick. Yeah, Gnord presumably lost his ring during Emerald Twilight, and subsequently, wait a minute, did he? We might be having something coming up here, because it's saying something about him joining the Dark Stars.
Really?
Oh, we might be getting more Gnord back, Coda. That's what I said. I never really read Dark Stars, so.
And doesn't John Stewart at some point joins the Dark Stars, right?
That's pretty much the only reason I thought we were reading Dark Stars was for John Stewart, but we might be getting some Gnord too. He still wears his Dark Star uniform long after the organization collapses, when he is captured by Manga Khan, who attempts to trade him the Maxwell Lord in exchange for Elron. Jeez. The Gnord is set free after Maxwell Lord and Sue Dibney hold Khan for ransom. He is persuaded to form a Super Buddies of Antarctica branch and is seen trying to hitch a ride. Gnord was seen as the sole member of Super Buddies Antarctica, exactly where Maxwell Lord wants him. For a time, Gnord lives behind Guy Gardner's New York Warriors bar. Oh, maybe we'll see him in Guy Gardner. Some future Guy Gardners do. He appeared later in the miniseries Guy Gardner Collateral Damage, where his homeworld had been destroyed by the Rann-Thanagar War. The character was portrayed as more serious in this story, suffering heavily from the loss of his family. As of Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Secret Files and Origins #1, Gnord is listed as presumed dead.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
He might be in a farm north of Oa.
but then, yeah, again, New 52, he's back. And oh, and then I guess later on he shows up in a story with Larfleeze.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember reading. I haven't read that, but I've read about that.
Okay, man. So he might be showing up in Dark Stars. Nice.
I imagine he would go well with what is it, Colin Ferris? Is that his name?
Yeah, but doesn't that guy get like kicked out? Like I said, I really haven't there. Well, I mean, we'll
Yeah.
get to some Dark Stars, so I guess we'll find out. All right, but yeah, what did you guys think of 20? I mean, some of this is brutal, man. I mean, they're like punching the spit out of Wonder Woman's mouth or something.
Yeah, that was a jarring first page to
Yeah.
open with. I thought we would see a little bit more from Mr. Original Green Lantern guy. But I like Guy Gardner Warrior taking charge and basically assuming control of the JLA to lead them to Oa, even though it doesn't go great with the everybody in the crew. But then you got a little tender moment with him and Wonder Woman sort of putting her faith in him, even though he's constantly kind of giving her like sexist remarks and things of that sort. But
yeah.
I do like though too that they make the point where it's like, you know, Alan Scott's talking to him about Coast City. He's like, wait a minute, Coast City was destroyed, and Alan Scott's like, oh yeah, that's right, that was an imposter at the memorial service.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, there's a big green bubble. There was a big green bubble over Coast City now. And it's like, oh well.
And then it vanished, and then
lanterns started going out all over the universe. Or speaking of Colin Ferris or whatever. Speaking of Colin Farrell, yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, guys like, hey, I was in the Green Lantern Corps. If we're going to Oa, he's like, yeah, you know, I should be in charge. I know the terrain.
Yeah.
calls Dark Star Dumb Star.
Yeah.
You're whizzing on the wrong turf this time, Dweeb Star. But yeah, like guys like I should lead us if we're going to Oa, and then Arisia's like, you know, I was a Green Lantern too, I can go, and guys like, no, you got no power.
Maybe Guy could use his ring to make another ring. I mean, that's what the Green Lantern rings could do.
just an alien in a pair of Daisy Dukes. So yeah, they prepare, and then Arisia comes out all 90. She's like, you don't want to know my powers? The 90s.
Big guns.
One big gun and like one or two strapped to her leg. Yep. What's that monocle thing on your eye? I don't know, but it's 90s.
It looks cool. Wait, Kuel. Kewl.
I took some time to throw some hair. I took some time to throw some hair gel in my hair too.
Yeah.
But I guess Guy just makes them a ship to go, and I said he wants to go too, and Guy's like, no. He's like, no, I can't. He's like, I need, in case I don't make it back, I need someone to watch after my brother, and you're the only one I trust now.
Okay.
Is that you, Russell? I tried to talk to my girlfriend into getting a cat named Dexstar and a dog named Gnort. Didn't go over. I was gonna say, is that you, Russell? I was recording a show with him and Justin this weekend. We were talking about Cobra Commander from the old Marvel comics. And they were like, man, we couldn't find anyone to talk Megatron. I'm like, I'm like, I'll come back. We're doing Megatron. Much as I
And
love the G.I. Joe Marvel comics, I was in the Transformers so much more.
you have to mention his love child. Don't forget.
Oh, yes. Skeletron.
Skeletron.
Yes, it's Russell. Hello, Russell.
Skeletron is the love child of Skeletor and Megatron.
You guys know Russell, right?
Where's the Joker nuggets?
So yeah, guy says, yeah, you gotta stay here and watch my brother. You're the only one I trust. Then they take off. And as they're heading toward Oa, they see, oh look, all these green lanterns floating through space. What is like this weird like spit or stuff coming out of everyone's mouth this issue?
I don't know.
It's just like you're in space, so your spit like freezes or whatever.
It could be. Or I remember when they had when the video game Mortal Kombat, the arcade game, became a big hit. They did like a toned down version where there would be no blood. It would just be spit for like family friendly arcades.
Because knocking the spit out of someone's okay, not knocking the blood out of them.
Yeah. Like when you rip their head off and the spine comes out and all that spit gets everywhere.
I was gonna say you're not like punching their spine out. So yeah, they run into who's this guy who knows Dark Star? But they guys like, who did this? But then they come up on Oa, and guy flies down. He's like, no, wait a minute, that vision I had, it was real. And then he's like, no, because he sees there's only one person whose skull that could be.
Yeah.
Kilowog, which I mean, again, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they showed that because I mean, I think if Guy considered himself close to anyone in the Corps, it was Kilowog.
Kilowog, yeah.
Yeah.
We see Martian Manhunter's all choked up too, and Arisia. Guys, like someone's gonna pay for this. There's nowhere they can hide. That's when they start getting attacked by like green monsters and green explosions. Martian Manhunter gets hit with green fire. Man, who's ever behind this is taking down Captain Atom and
the Ray and
Wonder Woman,
Martian
Manhunter. Yeah. What?
Who could it be?
What OP edgelord could this be, Will?
I don't know.
And I just love at the end there, Arisia and Alan Scott are like, you! Because guy here Rumble, guy's like, what the? And we see, yep, Hal Jordan.
Those are some seriously impressive shoulder pads, I have to say.
I know, but he has. I don't think he hasn't. Does he have the fancy boy cape yet? Because I know in 50 he didn't have the cape, but sometime between 50 and 0 hour he gets that cape.
Mm-hmm.
Cape envy.
No capes. Sorry.
Okay, so this issue was shootout at the Oa Corral, and then it's saying next time Emerald Fallout concludes with a showdown. So man, they were into their showdowns this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this final issue was what? All splash pages or double page splashes? Was there a panel page at all?
What, in the last one?
In the last one, yeah.
I don't think so, but yeah, we'll get there. All right, so any thoughts on the penultimate?
I like the Wookiee reference. Old Graf. He's someone I was not too familiar with, but we all know where it's leading, and
and it's not somewhere nice.
No, Will. Look at Babe Ruth calling his own shots.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
But I'm like, everybody knew where this was going, right? I mean, even if you only read Guy Gardner, which I don't know what kind of mental case did that, but even if you only read Guy Gardner, you had to have known about Emerald Twilight, right?
Yeah, I mean,
There had to be
surely.
ads and yeah. But yeah, just him attacking them with all these constructs and
Sparkly quantum tentacles.
Yeah, and it's just so kind of bloodthirsty. I mean, why is he even there?
I know. Didn't he take off at the end of 50?
I thought so. I mean, it doesn't. We can just add it to the list of things that don't make sense about
it's either his ego or Parallax's, because it's like, even in 0 Hour, it's like, hey, look, guess what I'm gonna do? It's like, don't tell him, just go do it.
Oh, I did. There was a line in the latest Green Lantern, number 6, where Sinestro says, if I had dealt this blow, I would have carved my name in Oa's corpse large enough to be seen from space.
Oh, that's a fancy one.
That's Sinestro.
That's Sinestro. Oh, that's Bad Boy. All right, should we get to the last one?
You bet.
All right, kids. Grab your green drinks, grab your tofu sandwiches. We're almost at the end here. All right, so Guy Gardner, Warrior, number 21, June 1994. Again, same team. Emerald Fallout Part 4. Fist forward, face down. Isn't that a song? I don't know. Fist forward, face. I don't know. Okay. Where's the synopsis? I don't know if there's even a synopsis for this one. There is a quote though. It's Guy Gardner. You twisted diseased maniac, always trying to be the Boy Scout, always trying to do what others think is the right thing. It's guys like you that always end up with ulcers or in a tower with a gun going postal. Well, how, old buddy? Guy Gardner ain't got no ulcers. Alrighty. Oh yes, and it under list of items in this issue, yellow power ring destroyed.
I was unclear because we got a big crack when he touched it, but it looked like he still had like yellow power around him when he was in the crater on the planet there on Oa.
No, I was gonna say I read the next 2 issues. Yeah, no, he goes looking for more power. So yeah, no, that ring. This is the end of the road for that yellow ring, kids. Sinestro's like, hey, that's not even yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh yeah, he does have the fancy man cape. Well, cape in this. I love how he goes after Aricia with like an image of himself.
Yeah, I thought that's weird.
You still love me, baby.
And does he just eject everyone back to Earth at that point?
You know what? It does. I think so because
he says go warn everybody.
Well, no, because I know next issue I think Guy wakes up in the hospital, but also I think it's, let me look this up because I read it before. I think it's like Green Arrow 88, like Oliver Queen's doing like a road trip. He's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, somehow he's like in the hospital and like he hears like a big ruckus and it's like Guy, like, I guess all like doctors are like, oh no, you're supposed to stay here. You're all messed up. He's like, no, I got to get out of here. And Oliver Queen's like, what's going on? And that's when Guy gives him the, the 5 second, Hal went nuts, destroyed the core. I got to go get me some new powers. So, yeah. Oh,
now, isn't there a panel where like Guy is stabbed all the way through? From back to front. It's like one of the last panels.
I'm looking. Yeah. This issue is either, splash panels or those double page. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how like detonates that ring. I think he throws him to the down to Oa, and then does he stab him from behind?
I don't know. Maybe that was in the end of the last issue. I don't
I know, maybe, but I know, yeah, he takes out that ring, and guy loses that suit. Yeah, it looks like he just shoots him back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I love it. I love the end. The end? Question mark. Hardly. Hey, this is guy we're talking about in 30, the start of a whole new ball game. So yes, he goes on yet another quest for yet more different power.
Which is basically what Parallax is doing too, but whatever.
Oh well, Parallax has the power. He just has a goal in mind.
He wants more power. More power.
Oh well, we'll get to that in 0 hour. All right, Matthew Kona, what did you think?
Well, it is. I mean, as in terms of a big showdown that had been building for 3 issues, I did like that it was. They went big in terms of the pages and the images and stuff, but if I mean I haven't read ahead, but it kind of left me wanting more. It wasn't the big rematch of them with no powers in the streets that we had way back when, and we got to see a lot of other lanterns kind of get thrashed around. Not like just lanterns, but the JLA members getting thrashed around by, well, we've seen Hal go off the deep end in the previous issues. He just seemed to be. I don't really know what he's trying to justify his personal pain and loss with Coast City getting demolished, but he's just sort of hanging out on Oa, waiting for a fight, and then he strips strips Sky Gunner down to his undies, and sends him off. That seemed a little bit out of character for this new character that we're just getting used to. But so I mean, I assume they're not going to turn Green Lantern or Hal Jordan rather, into a nutcase and then resolve it immediately. So I guess this is a long game. But
I mean, maybe he thought he didn't have a choice, but I'm like, why would you kill Kilowog, but then he shoots Guy back to Earth to get like medical treatment?
Yeah, Kilowog is. You like Kilowog. I mean, so much of, and this is just my opinion, of course, it seems to me so much of Emerald Twilight was specifically not about character. It was about destroying anything and everything about the core and making sure that Hal Jordan ended up a villain. I mean,
and Guy Gardner had his own book, so we're not killing him.
Exactly. So, this, and that led, of course, to him getting, the alien powers, which get removed, pretty quickly in Rebirth.
I mean, it's it's funny because Guy has his own book, and then John's going to Dark Star, so it's like, we didn't bring these two into Emerald Twilight. It's like, why wouldn't you? But
I mean, they are the big three lanterns, and when you get down to it, the big five are Hal.
And again, they had at least one Green Lantern ring to give the Sinestro. Why you could have given Guy a ring back, and then Tim and John could have taken Hal down because the Guardians just let Hal waltz into that power battery. Even after he took all the rings off, he was powerless.
We don't think of such things.
I know. Story, we had to get rid of the core. I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it was done in a hurry and done with those specific goals in mind, and then it's just totally not going to be mentioned. Yeah, I was surprised that there was something in the Guy Gardner book, but they really kind of had to deal with it because of his ring, right?
I get, yeah.
So
You had to give a reason there why we were getting rid of the ring, yeah.
yeah, and
So
because he doesn't show up for Kyle until like 56, 57, 58, or is it in the 60s?
what Guy?
No, Hal.
Oh, Hal.
Parallax.
After 0 Hour, I mean, they duke it out in issue 0. That comes after what, 55? It becomes between 55 and 56.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's like right after 0 Hour. Yeah. Okay, so here's my question to both of you. It's like, did we have to have the punch him up with Hal with just like decimating everyone, or could they have just gone to O and be like, oh my God, look what happened, and then they like find evidence that was Hal, and we know, did we need the big massacre at the end?
I think they wanted a showy way to destroy that ring, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have had Hal leave a trick that blew it up on his hand and, sent him in search of powers or something. But
yeah,
it just doesn't make a lot of sense for him still be hanging around Oa.
And I guess too, maybe that's like their way of showing, okay, this is why the Justice League isn't just going out and like bringing Hal to justice, because he's basically overpowered. He can overpower anybody at this point.
Mm-hmm. Which is not a really good reason. But
Yeah.
I mean, when we see him next in 0 Hour, I mean, when he shows up, he decks Superman. So yeah, he's not going to be that easy to bring in.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on these, or should we?
Yeah.
All right. So
Rebirth is really good.
Listen, fool. I'm only making you wait a year, unlike in real time when you had to wait 10 years for it.
That's true. And and Kyle stuff is it's good. It's it's good standard superhero fare, and
I get it.
Great.
I get it. It was an all Guy Gardner week. You had to wash the taste out of your mouth. I get it.
And, I'm kind of looking forward a little bit to rereading these, because as much as I certainly didn't enjoy it at the time, if this wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have got Rebirth, and we wouldn't have got Sinestro Corps War, and we wouldn't have got, Blackest Night, and all of the things that, spun out of, the relaunch of basically not just Hal, but, John and Guy and Kyle and the Corps and everything. So yeah,
that's what I said. I'm looking forward to reading all these in order, and like I said, I never read really Dark Stars before any of these like Guy Gardner, so it's interesting seeing, along with the rest of the stuff. All right, but next time, okay guys, sorry, Guy Gardner 22 and 23, him looking for new powers, and Green Lantern 51, Cal Rayner's first day on the job.
Yay.
So that one's decent. All right. So, and then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 52 and 53. Cal Rayner, Superman shows up for guest appearance because, hey, guess what? Mongol comes back looking for revenge on Hal Jordan. Uh-oh.
That's probably not going to work out so well for him.
Yeah. All humans look the same to him, I guess.
Yeah.
So Ray's favorite. And also in 2 weeks, Dark Stars 21 through 23. I haven't read them yet, so I don't know what's going on there.
Cool. I haven't read them ever either. So
some John Stewart. So all right, kids. So yes, email us. Send us your thoughts on all that. Capes and Lunatics. Hey, it's all on DC Universe Infinite now. So I was talking to Ray. He said they still haven't got that down in Australia yet.
It's a website.
I know. I guess DC don't want to make money. All right. So, yes, send your thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join Book of Oa, our Facebook fan group. Go find links to all the various social medias for all our shows. links to this YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And most importantly, please go subscribe to our Patreon. There's a link also. Like I said, Southgate Media Group is no more. The team has put their faith in myself and each other, and we're all paying for this out of pocket. So please, if you can, donate whatever you can to the Patreon. And I just had to move our merchandise store, but we're back up and running. Go buy yourself some merch, cups, T-shirts, phone cases. And the new site looks like they have more stuff. So I'm going to have to, might even be able to get like pillows and stuff. So yes, I'm going to look more fully, but right now we have at least what we had before. So if you want any of the merch, go get that. Links to everything is at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right. Matt Kona, where can people find you?
You can find me at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Sitting around. All I'm doing.
I hear some of the old enthusiasm back in the voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck it, Lilith.
See you later, Bunky.
Uh,
I don't know, maybe like 4 inches.
Will, all right. Master of the Quantum Flow, Master of the Core.
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. That's Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those other places too. You can also find my self-published work, Crossover Division, at crossoverdivision.com. Number 2 should be coming back from the printer in about 4 weeks, so that'll be awesome. I get to start sending stuff out. If you're interested in vampires, Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And obviously you have great taste because you like Green Lantern. So there's also this guy called Quasar. And if you want to know more about him, you can go to the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel. 5 inches, maybe.
He goes limp in my grip.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Again, next week, Guy goes looking for more new powers in Guy Gardner 22, 23. And like I said, once again, Green Lantern 51, Hal Rayner's first day on the job. Fighting some villain, some one-time villain. I don't think we ever see him again.
We're almost through it. It's all right.
Say, we'll do better. This might be the last week we do all Guy Gardner. We'll see. All right, kids. So again, join us next time. And remember, don't be shopping at the secondhand shop for powers. Melissa.